Salvation is free. But after that, it's going to cost you something. You're going to have to put a little effort into it. You're going to have to work at it a little bit. I'm not talking about money. It ain't going to cost you money. Except if you go to your church, you need to pay your tithes, but that's a different message. But you know, if you want the things of God, you're going to have to seek after them. You're not just going to be able to sit back in your pew at your church someday and never even think about the Holy Ghost and expect to get the Holy Ghost. You're going to have to seek after it and go after it with everything in you. And if we never seen a time, you need it now. Let me tell you something. I believe we got the most dangerous president that we've ever seen in the White House right now for the Christian people. I believe he's dead set against them. And I'm sorry to say that if that offends anybody, but I'm telling you right now, he's out for the Christian people. He's going to try to take us out. He ain't for us at all. And let me tell you what he's for. He's probably for what I would call the end times. He's going to start the end times in the United States. We're done ready going the wrong direction. He don't have nothing for us. But let me tell you why the United States keep putting him back in there. Because they've got God out of their systems. They missing that out of them. And that's the reason they keep electing him back in. And let me tell you something. You get church people on TV saying, oh yeah, we voted for him. He's going to help our pocketbook. He's going to help us with our money. Let me tell you something. It's about God. It ain't about your pocketbook. It ain't about what he'll do for you. Let me tell you what he's for. He's not for church, but he's for homosexuality. And that's one thing that he stands for. And I can tell you all day long, you can get in the Bible and find that that's wrong. But why is people falling into this trap? That's another message too, but I'm not going to get on that. But the devil is telling them that this stuff is okay, and they don't have an alarm in there to tell them that it ain't. They're falling right into it. That's where your baptism of the Holy Ghost comes in. Jesus said he had to leave so the Comforter could come back. He said, I got to leave so the Comforter can come back. And that's because we need it. And he knew that we need it. Let me tell you something. The Holy Ghost is important. Me and my wife was talking one night, and she might have made this statement. I'm going to use it. But she said that it was so important to God that you can blaspheme against God. You can blaspheme against Jesus. And you can get forgiveness for them too. But the only unforgivable sin is blaspheming against the Holy Ghost. And that's how important this Holy Ghost is. That's how important it is to God that he don't even want us to blaspheme against it. That's what he sent to take care of us while we're here. If you're sitting in a church service and you begin to feel something to move, that's the Holy Ghost stirring in that service. And when you see somebody step out, that's the Holy Ghost that's moving in that service. Let me tell you something. That drawing conviction is from the Holy Ghost. And let me tell you, if you move the Holy Ghost out and you move God out, I don't care how many comes to the altar, conviction will not be in that building. You better keep these two things there because that's what it's all about. It's not nothing fancy. It's nothing fancy. God, it ain't a hard plan. He didn't want it to be a hard plan. Salvation is as simple as you stepping out and asking for forgiveness. And then confessing that you got saved. That's that simple. Then the next plan, I believe, in line is start seeking after the Holy Ghost. Start praising God. Start praising him for all that he's done for you. Praying, seeking. And let me tell you something, it's going to take some effort. You might have to fast a little bit, push the plate back a little bit. No, not everybody wants to hear that no more, do they? You might have to fast just a little bit from things from God. But let me tell you something, anything from God is going to be good. Anything from God is going to be good. you'll be able to go above and beyond. And if I get these girls to come back, I'm about done if they get ready to play. But if I leave anything with you tonight is this, is that the Holy Ghost is a helper. It's a comforter. It's something that'll take care of you. Yeah, we run around and shout sometimes, don't we, brother? That feels good, don't it? That feels good to do that. But let me tell you what else it does that's more important to that to me is when I go home at night, it goes with me when I got it inside of me. I got something inside of me that goes with me. Let me tell you something. Samson had something that went with him. And it was the power of God. Now here's what I want to end with. Samson